Hey everyone, I am Jessica from Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. I don't have cards pulled right now, but I do have something to say, and I do feel like it's a message for somebody, which is why I'm even on here in the first place, because I wasn't going to do a reading at this time. I was going to wait till tomorrow, but some things just can't wait. But some things we have to wait for. That's kind of the message here. Anyways, please like the videos, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe and support your girl. You know what I'm saying? Look at my new sweatshirt. It says yeah, established 2024. And it's got Lillian's name on it. I got it for Christmas. I had one made for my daughter, and now I have one. But hers says mama. But anyways, I love it. Oh, there's a smiley face on my table. It's like scratched into the wood. Yay. Anyways, I was just thinking, and I was thinking about divine timing and how, sometimes we think we need something when it's just kind of a want, you know what I mean? But in the moment we feel like we need it, or I don't want to say we feel like we need it, we think we need it. Because feelings and thoughts are very different, but sometimes our ego can kind of misconstrued the two. And I just wanted, I don't know, I have some examples because I was thinking and I'm just like, yeah, everything really does work out. Because I've said this in the past when bad things would happen, like if my car broke down or I didn't have any money and I needed food, money would randomly show up. Like someone would either give me a donation, buy a reading, or someone would just be generous in my family or whatever, randomly without me asking. And it's just like spirits always got my back like that. And if I think back through like the most difficult times of my life, I have always been taken care of, always. I've never had an issue with that. Even if it was a struggle, even if it was difficult, I was always okay. And that's pretty cool. But sometimes we have to think back on those moments to appreciate where we're at and realize just how lucky we are. Because I'm not the only person that happens to, and some people do fall down on their luck. But, on the times when I have to look back and go, what was the situation, the circumstances? How was my behavior? Where was I at that time? And why did I hit rock bottom? Why did that happen? Because a lot of times it does pertain to us. Not always. Not always. There are difficulties that are out of our control. Definitely. But I feel like it's how you handle it and just believing that you'll pull through is what actually makes it happen. I really don't know. I don't understand all that, but I just know it kind of happens that way. It's like law of attraction, basically. But anyways, back to divine timing. I don't know why. 2 thumbs up here. I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyways, my face is getting so red. Like I'm getting so hot all of a sudden. Whew, like wicked hot. Spirit can do that to me sometimes, but because it wasn't hot, and my room is not hot at all. I'm just saying it's always fucking cold in here. Because old house, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I was going back to like when you think you need something, but it's actually just a want and it's not in your best interest, and the universe will deliver it when the time is right. And sometimes we just look at that, a lot of the times we just look at it as, oh, the bank is stupid. And in this example I'm going to give, like the state, they take fucking forever. And I did think that way because they do with a lot of things. So it just makes sense, like whatever kind of thing. But there was some reimbursements that I was waiting on. And I remember at Christmas, actually, they took forever with shit. Like it was almost like everything was fucking up with it. And I'm like, why? Like what did I deserve for this? Like what did I do to deserve this? It should be right on time. But it wasn't about what I deserve and don't deserve and whatever. It's about timing. Because whenever the reimbursements, because there was a few at different times, would come in, it was right when I needed it the most. Not necessarily when I wanted it. When I needed it. Like, for example, one of them I was told that it was in the works back in June of last year. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Come September, I ask about it again. They're like, we never got it. I'm like, excuse me, because we've changed workers a million times. So I went through hell to keep reprocessing this shit. And then in September, I was told, yep, I got it, printed it, we're good. And nothing. And then we get another worker, and I mention it again before Christmas. It was I think it was like the end of November when I mentioned it to that one. And she's like, no, there's nothing in process. I don't even see a record of anything. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I sent it again. Third time's a fucking charm, right? And then she told me, she goes, I will tell you 100%. It has been received, printed, reviewed, and it's in process right now. I'm like, okay, as long as it's finally in process, you know? And I was thinking I would get it, you know, during the holidays, because I was like, oh, I could use that as Christmas money. Didn't come, didn't come, didn't come. And I'm like, you know, right when I need it, it's not here. I didn't need it. You want to know why? Because my kids, my family, my nephews, everyone had more than a blessed holiday. I'm just saying. And I'm the type of person where I kind of go overboard. And Spirit probably knows that. And they were probably like, no, we're going to put a hold on this shit so you can't fucking blow it. And it came in right when I needed it. When I actually needed it. When I was going to put it away and not just go willy-nilly with it. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of funny how that works. It didn't come in recently. It came in like, it was after Christmas. It was after I was done shopping, basically. But I'm just like, I didn't think of it that way until tonight. I really didn't. But that's happened a lot in that situation with money. But it's happened in many other areas of my life too. Like when I think I want or need something, it doesn't always occur because it's not for me at the time. And then it happens later and it's like, oh, that's why it didn't happen then. It happened now because of this, or all this shit unfolded this way for this opportunity. Here's another example. I'm not going to share that one because it's not my personal experience. I've shared part of it on here before, but I kind of feel like that would ruffle some feathers. So I'm not going to, because it's kind of not my business. So I'm not going to share that example. But yeah, just think back to things like that have happened to you and smile about it and be like, oh, that's what divine timing means. It's about the perfect time for you, because you might not be ready for love, for this relationship, this person, this situation, this opportunity. Even if it's presented to you, it might go to the wayside. And then it's like, fuck, I thought that was the best opportunity ever. I don't even know what the hell happened here. And then all of a sudden it resurfaces. Like, for example, say you get an opportunity to apply to like your dream job. Like, oh my gosh, this is it. And you've studied like interview questions, you know your material, there's no flaws when it comes to you working at said place. Like, you would just be top-notch, a top-notch employee at this place. And you bomb the interview. Actually, your interview goes great, but they fucking choose somebody else. No matter what the reason is, it doesn't happen for you. You don't get the job. And you go, this was the opportunity of a lifetime. What the fuck happened? Why didn't I get it? Like, I've worked so hard for this. But then when things change for you down the line, maybe a year later, 2 years later, however much time passes, your circumstances are completely different now. I don't know what was going on then, but there was something going on where maybe you wouldn't have been at your full potential at that time because of your environment, situation, whatever. And then that company goes through old interviews and contacts you. And then you got the job. Or a better company contacts you, or you get the job with a better company, regardless of who contacts who. later on. And that's the place you were meant to be. That's about divine timing. And you are on your A game because everything is just working with you instead of against you at said time. That's why things happen at different times for different people, and you can't compare your journey to another person's journey. Like, I've heard so many people say, I'm too old to start over. You know, like, this sucks. These are different examples. This sucks. I'm in my 40s or 50s and I don't even own my own home. I never have. And we've got Joe Schmo over here who's in their 20s and they own their own home. They're doing well. What the fuck am I doing wrong? You know, like, I should be further along in life. That's just about comparison. No, because you don't know what's going to happen down the line for that 20-year-old or whatever. And they have a different experience. Their life is different than yours. Doesn't mean that you won't ever have that. It just means that it wasn't the time for you. It wasn't the right time because of whatever you were going through, whatever happened in your life. And if you actually look back over your life and the situations you were in financially, relationship-wise, friends, family, and lovers, you'll kind of see why those opportunities didn't happen for you, because they could have been ruined or taken from you at said time. And now is the opportunity for you to have it, because all that shit is gone. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes a lick of fucking sense, but it makes sense to me. So I wanted to say it, and I don't want that deck. I'm going to use this one. Well, let's see what we got going on here. I just wanted to share that about divine timing, because whenever readers say that, including myself, it's like, everyone always says that. You just gotta fucking be patient. You just gotta fucking wait. Like, I've waited long enough. What the hell is divine timing? It's about when the time is right for you. It's not about your patience. It's not about how long you wait or how short of a time you wait. It's about when it's the right time for yourself, because of the work you've done on yourself, because of the changes that are occurring in your life, because of your circumstances, you know? That's what it pertains to. And if we're talking about love, it's divine timing for two people. So it's what's going on with you and them, you know? And if somebody else isn't putting in the work, it could take a little longer in the love situationship shit, you know? Anyways. Ooh, we have one. Holding on way too tight. Yeah, didn't even want to come out of the deck fully. I was just kind of stuck there. Does someone feel stuck in life? Well, that's kind of what I'm talking about, waiting and all that. Someone might be holding on way too tight to an outdated idea, thought, or situation, person, whatever. I don't know what you're holding on way too tight to, or someone around you. I also want to say, when I say you, I don't necessarily mean the viewer. It could be someone in your energy or around you, or you at a different time. Past, present, future. It's all happening at once. Just saying. Depends on where you are in the timeline and who the hell I'm talking to. Holding on way too tight. Yeah, someone won't let go of something. Okay? Someone's holding on to the past and they're pushing someone away. They're low. I feel like this person is lonely, but they're a loner because they're waiting on someone. They're pushing everyone else away, including you. They need to heal from heartache. I don't feel like they really are. They're trying. That's what I just heard. So this person's trying to work through past stuff, but they're still holding on to the past way too tight. Holding on to hope for something that isn't right for them. They're probably holding on to hope for divine timing. Like, it isn't working out now, but it might later. That can happen, but you have to live your life in release. You have to learn to let go and, you know, go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, that's why divine timing's coming up. Because there's someone in this energy who is looking at that terminology as it just wasn't the right time. It will happen. It's gonna happen. We will be together. This will happen. Whatever it is, it feels like with a person, pushing away love opportunities, you know, happy possibilities, shit like that. Like, no, 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 because I'm looking over here. No, wall. I can't do this because I'm focused on someone else. It doesn't really look like, okay, it doesn't really look like this person's focused on another person. They could have talked about this to you. Maybe you're aware, but they're not like obsessive or, it's not noticeable. It's just where their heart is. Their heart is tethered to another person, basically, because they're holding on to hope that things will work out with whoever the hell that is, and it's not going to, because they've probably heard the terminology or the phrase, "It's about divine timing." And it is with certain things. It is with things that are for you, that will happen to you when the time is right, when you do the work, when, you know, the circumstances are, what is it, when all the elements come together, basically. But divine timing and hope are two separate things. They really are. Because if you're going to truly believe in the concept of divine timing, that if it's meant for you, it'll happen for you, you have to release the past. You have to release the expectation, the want. You have to let that go and accept the fact that it's over, that it's done, that that person isn't in your world right now. And they might never be in your world again. That's what you have to accept so that you can focus on yourself and whatever you got going on. And once you can do that, if that person truly is meant for you and it is about divine timing, it will happen unexpectedly down the road when the time is right. And if it doesn't, you're still okay because you've done the work on yourself and you're moving forward regardless. That's what that's all about. There's someone here who is thinking like it's just not the right time. It's gonna happen later. It will. It will. It will. It's not bad to have hope and stuff, and it's not bad to care about another person or to want that, but it's also not healthy if it's stopping you from moving forward. Whatever this is stopping someone from moving forward. I'm not saying it's you, the viewer. It's someone. It could be someone you're connected to. Maybe that's why they can't connect to you, because that's what they're doing. You know, they're stuck to the past for some reason. Probably because they love whoever the fuck they're thinking about. Past, oh my god, you cannot fucking, this is literally what I just said. I feel like a damsel in distress. Or a Victorian lady. And it's so motherfucking hot in here. It really isn't, but I don't know. I'm weird. This is seriously what I just said. Past is in the past. Don't look back. You gotta release that shit. Someone might have an epiphany with this, just saying. Hidden desires, hidden intentions. I feel hidden desires, hidden wants and needs that reside in the past. Holding on to the hope that this person will come around, that this will work out. And it isn't. It's just because you want it. We don't always get what we want, but we get what we need. I want to start singing that song. Fuck it, I'm gonna. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Anyways, road to recovery. That's when you start heading down this fucking road. I was just talking about, I don't know, it just popped in my head again. It was a reading I did yesterday, where I was talking about being at the dead end and going beyond the sign and, like, you know, pushing your way through the bushes, and then you end up on a road and it's clear, or it's like wide open to you, even if you're not fully clear on where you're headed or whatever. It's like, okay, whew. It's like once you get through this, and release this. It's open road, baby. There is a shortcut here. And it's not cutting corners, like I said before. But this is literally what I said. Someone's holding on way too much to the past. It's time to let it go and just accept that it is what it is. What happened, happened. And if it's meant for you, it will return to you. You gotta focus on you and just keep, don't just rip that rear view mirror right out of your fucking car and just face forward. My dad did that to my car one time when he was pissed off. And you know what? Metaphorically speaking, maybe he was just trying to help me. I don't think so in the moment, just saying, because he broke all my CDs and ripped my pictures too. And then denied it, blamed it on a break-in that never happened, but that's a whole other story for a different day. I don't know. I don't know why I say half the shit I say. Maybe that's why I have no friends. No, that's not why I don't have friends. So I don't know. It's not that I don't trust people. I guess I'm just going to chat for a second before I finish this. It's not that I don't trust people, because I do. I mean, you have to earn my trust, because I'm not always question things until proven otherwise, which I used to be the exact opposite, because I put a lot of faith in people. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you put a lot of faith in other people, you're going to be disappointed a lot. Because yes, there are beautiful people in the world. What Marilyn Manson says, it, all the beautiful people. There are. There are caring people, there are giving people, there are just amazing people in this world. And there are a lot more good than bad people. But when you are an empath and you are a giving person, you tend to attract those who aren't really in that energy. And you will get disappointed a lot because they're not always trustworthy. It depends on the crowd you're around, where you live, the area, whatever. The people you associate with, and I learned the hard way that trust is to be earned, just like respect, I'm sorry, that whole saying, respect your elders, is kind of bullshit in a sense. Because I don't know what's bringing me to that with respect. I believe in it because I do respect my elders. I will initially respect you and show you respect until you prove me otherwise, and then go fuck yourself. I don't care how old you are. If you're a cocksucker, you're a cocksucker. Doesn't matter if you're 0 or 100. If I show you respect, you better show it to me. Otherwise, you're going to see the other side of the coin kind of thing. You know what I mean? And that's the way it should be. Because you get what you give, no matter who you are in this world. Just be careful who you decide to let into your world, is what I want to say. And I don't want this right now. So, road to recovery. Let's get one of these. I'm sorry, I go off on my little tangents. But, I was reading a comment earlier from a video like 4 months ago on Willow's Wisdom, and that person had said that they love my blah 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 rants and stuff, because I always go, I'm so sorry I went off on whatever, and just my little tangents, and because it helps them so much. Because there are things that come out my face that I don't realize are helpful. It sounds like nonsense to me sometimes, but when I rewatch it, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see why I said what I said. But I don't always realize in the moment, or even after the fact sometimes, why certain examples pop up, or why I bring up different topics and stuff. It's for a reason. It's either something you're interested in, looking into, dealing with, going through, have gone through, something that pops in your own fucking head. It could be a confirmation for you, or it's for healing purposes. It's for guidance, that I don't even know that I'm providing. I didn't set out to be this guru. I really didn't. I love tarot cards. How I got started is I love tarot cards. I thought they were cool, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool to learn what they are. And I had the hardest time studying the book, and I actually I'm very intelligent. When I was in college, I didn't finish for personal reasons. I was working full time, 40 plus hours a week, and I was going to school full time. So I had 5 fucking classes. Full time was 4 classes at this college at the time, but I had 5 because I'm an overachiever apparently. And I had 2 kids. I mean, I still have 2 kids, but they were younger. This was a while ago. And it was fucking hard. I was exhausted. I don't even know why the hell I put all that on my plate, but I did it to my damn self. And I've been known to do that throughout my whole life because if I want something, if I'm in, I am all fucking in, like 1000%, to the point where I burn my ass out sometimes. So that's a learning curve there, and that's why I kind of go with the flow more now because I don't want to do that again. I just don't. That was hard. But I had a 4.0 the whole fucking time. So I'm not a stupid person, just saying. But anyways, when it came to the book work of like tarot cards, like learning in the very beginning, I would like get so far and then just be like, I would just give up on it. I just couldn't do it. And I'm like, why the fuck is it so hard for me? Like, I was like, maybe this isn't for me. Even though I'm so interested in it, I'm so drawn to it, maybe it isn't for me. It's just too hard. I can't even get through each card to figure out what it fucking means to me, get a reading. Maybe somebody's going through that. Well, I'm gonna explain. Use divination to understand your desires and path. Whether you do it for yourself or you ask somebody else who is a quote unquote professional, I guess. Anyways, it's so weird. Because that's how it was for me because I was like, this is how you have to do it. I need to know what the Knight of Wands is. I need to know what the Ace of Swords is. You know, I need to know what every card means so that when it comes out, I know what to say. And that's how I was looking at it. So I was looking at all of it from a very logical standpoint, like an educational standpoint, if you think about it. And it is good to know the generalized meaning of, you know, the Rider-Waite deck or whatever, because that's the most traditional deck that most decks are based off from, unless you go Oracle, which is probably why I love Oracle cards so much more. I really do. I use tarot and I do understand it now, you know, practice makes perfect with that. But I don't always read the card at face value. It's my intuition. It's what I feel, what I sense, what I smell, what I see, the imagery, everything. Like there's so many things going on when I pull one card that I don't even know how I get the information fully. I know it's from source, but it's weird. It's like I've just kind of evolved into this because that's not how I was looking at it before. So if you are a beginner reader, it's not about the meanings of the fucking cards. That's why I don't usually read the books that come with them. Like this is an Oracle deck. And I mean, you can look at the pictures or you can read what's on it. And I usually do. But I'm pretty sure, well, I can't say that. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure the meaning that the author had for this card is different than what I'm going to tell you. Because I'm telling you what I feel based off from it in the moment. And my feelings do change. I could pull the same card every single fucking day for a week. And every day I'll get different messages from the same card. Because it's intuition. It's not about what the card means. It's not about what's written in the book. Every now and again, I'll be drawn to a book. Like, okay, yeah, I want to know what this is number 11, by the way. Or is that 2? No, it's 11. Co-create heart. Look for clear signs. What's the fucking odds? And that's the card that's there. Anyways, well, here's your fucking sign. I'm just gonna say, especially if you're looking for answers when it comes to divine timing or spiritual gifts, reading tarot, learning a craft. You have to go back to the basics. But it's not necessarily, how do I want to explain it? You have to start at the beginning, but it's not necessarily how or what everyone else is doing, or what they say to do, because what works for one person might not work for you, or another person. It's your own personal experience, and that's what makes this awakening process so difficult. Is like, yeah, there are tips and tricks, and you could be like, oh my god, I've experienced that, and oh, okay, that's good advice, I might try that because I've tried this and this, and I haven't tried what you said yet, and that might be it for you, or it might be a flop for you, and then you have to, think of something else. But if you think too much, this is what I want to say when it comes to gifts and readings and stuff. If you're really into that and you really want to be able to do it properly, don't do what everybody else does. You can't, there's not a checklist. Do what you feel. And don't second guess yourself. Even Chip Coffey says that to the psychic kids on that show. And that's the truth. And I've done that forever. There are times I've done readings where it would pop in my head, like something I don't fucking know, because I don't have an example, like a specific reading or anything. It's happened a lot. Because I'm not fucking perfect, and I've shared these pitfalls with you guys, my highs and lows, because it's real life, and this journey is difficult. Whether you decide to read or really hone your gifts or not, the spiritual awakening process is fucking hard. It's probably the hardest thing anyone goes through, because it involves a lot of self-reflection and inner work and restraint even. I've had my fucking moments. I'm just saying. It's not an easy journey. Maybe I should talk about that sometime, but like more in depth. But okay, it's time to stop talking about that because it's fucking going away. It's not about the meaning of the card. It's about what it means to you, no matter what the card is. So if you go to a reader who does whatever shuffles, and let's say this card comes out, the past returns for a time. So someone from the past is fucking probably a problem for someone, because we do have the past here someone needs to let go of. But anyways, so this card comes out and they just say, ghosts of the past returns for a time. Where's my book? Oh, page 42. And then they read it to you. That's all they do. That's not an intuitive person. That is someone who probably just wants your fucking money, I'm just gonna say, because you could go down to any bookstore, Books A Million, has a lot of tarot cards, just saying. I don't know if you have one in your area or not, but you can go on Amazon even. You can buy this same deck and you can read that fucking book yourself and get the same information. If I pick this card and feel that I need to read from that book, and I do, and I read it, I don't normally, but when I do, I always pause because shit comes in. Like, I'll read a few sentences and then talk about whatever, and sometimes what I'm saying that comes through is what's in the next paragraph. It's just kind of summarized, which is weird because I don't know what's in these books. I really don't. I never read them. It's very fucking rare. So even if I've read a passage, I won't remember what the hell it is because I don't do it much. But anyways, that's the difference between an intuitive message and someone who is just showing you a picture on screen and reading from a fucking book. Or someone who is shuffling cards and they know that this means heartbreak. But it means more than heartbreak. But they know the meaning of the card. So that's all they're saying. Like, oh, this is a painful relationship. No good. It's like the first thing. But it could mean so much more. This is not part of this reading, this energy. But that's a perfect example. Soulmate connection is what a lot of people say here. And sometimes it is, you feel that, whatever. But it's, it's about connection, partnership of any kind. It's just someone you're connected to. It just feels more like a spiritual connection to me when I look at this card. But if you're talking about love, it'd be like twin flame, soulmate, love of your life, whatever. They hurt you. No. It's very generic. I'm just saying because every single one of you can listen to what I just said and relate. Because you've all been heartbroken. Be like, oh, my ex did that. My third ex back 10 years ago or whatever. There's always someone. My friend fucking hurt me. There's always someone that hurt you. You know what I mean? So what's beyond that? What's beyond this painful relationship? Why did this pain occur? What did they do to you? You know, or what did you do to them? Whatever it was. Like, what is this about? Painful relationship, okay. What, did it just hurt because it was over? Oh, the death card. Oh, it was over. Someone hurt you because they left you. I'm pretty sure most of you can relate to that, too. That's very generic, you know? I feel like I'm calling out psychics. Or phonies. Why am I doing that? I don't have a vendetta against anybody, I'm just saying. I guess just be careful. Just be careful. That came out of nowhere because that's not what this was even about. Anyways, kindness. Aw. That's what was face down on the table. Be guided by your heart. Let go of logic and rationality. Well, I just said what I was saying makes some fucking sense in this moment because that's not what we were talking about. That's not the energy. Let go of logic. But I was also talking about that with tarot. It's not there's no book that can give you this information. That's what I want to say. It's beyond logic. And volunteer is on his shirt. I am volunteering this information. I'm sharing it pretty much free. I'm just saying, if it's on Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes, yeah, it's monetized, but I don't even make enough to get paid monthly. I'm just going to say that right now. Like, I literally do this, I want to say, for fucking free or damn close. So if I post all the time, just boom, 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 all the time, consistently, I might make $150 a month. If it's kind of sparing, I don't know, what did I make last month? I think I just looked at the stats. It's like $56 in a month. That's what I made. You know, it's fucking awesome, isn't it? It's not, and I'm not sitting here bitching about that. I'm just saying, like, I think some people think of those who are online, who have a platform, and you see, like, a subscriber count. Not all those subscribers even pay attention to me anymore, and I know that because I see the regulars that watch, and I get anywhere from 300 to 600 views a video. Not very many. So share if you want to help me out. I'm just saying. But I do this because I love it. I do it because I care. I do it because I want to fucking help all of you. And I don't want to give you false information. I don't want to do mainstream. I just don't. And that's kind of why I pulled away from that. Because when I first started, I had a lot more views because I did what everybody else does. You know, I did like certain spreads, which I can still do that here and there, but I would do individual zodiac sign reads. And the only reason I don't do that is because people get too hung up on other people's sun signs. So if they're dealing with a Scorpio, if I post a Scorpio reading, they're going to automatically think it's about the Scorpio person they know. Or the Cancer person they know, or whatever, when it has nothing to do with them. You know, it might not. it's not about someone's sun sign, because I am a Scorpio, but I resonate with Libra a lot. I have Libra Venus, but I also died and came back, and during that time was Libra season, so I could have been reborn into one. I don't know. But Sagittarius resonates with me too sometimes, because I am Sag rising. You know, it it's weird at different times. Scorpio resonates with me a lot, though. I am a fucking true Scorpio. I really am. I am. Through and through. But I got other bits and pieces in there. You know what I mean? So you just can't go off from that. And so many people don't understand that. They think they do, but your mind still goes there. It just does. It happens to me too. So that's why I don't watch any readings that have a sign attached to it. If it's like Taurus, blah blah, even if the blah 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 resonates, like, oh, I should watch this, I won't, just because it has an individual zodiac sign tied to it, because it's going to make me think of something else that has nothing to do with me. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of want to stay away from that. Because I was toying with the idea of doing individual sign reads and stuff on Willow's wisdom and whatever, but I don't believe in it. I don't. I think it causes more harm than good. I feel like it keeps people stuck in ruts, because you look at your own sign and the person you love, or a problematic person. It's like, oh, this bitch is a Sag. Fucking A. I gotta see what this is. I love this Leo. Oh, man. You know, it keeps us on the hamster wheel, and I don't like it. I don't agree with it. So that's why I'm not going to do it. And, you know, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. And I know some people don't like it, and that's why they're not here anymore, and that's totally fine. I am here to help you guys. I'm there for you. Give me your feedback. Tell me what you want. But I will only do it if I believe in it and if I stand by it. And that's why I don't stand by that stuff. So I'm trying to be kind to you. I'm just saying. I don't know. I think I'm going on a fucking tangent here. I just heard you are, but it's okay. Remorseful heart. Forgive and move ahead. So there could be someone here who needs to just forgive someone and let go, because that's where we started with this, with the cards, you know, with the energy in the beginning. Just forgive this situation, this person, and move on. It's not worth holding on to. Doesn't mean you have to be cruel or anything. You can let go with kindness. You can be nice. Instead of saying fuck you, say goodbye. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I'm just going to pull one of these and then I'm going to go, because I was on beliefs. Similar or clashing belief systems can bring you together or keep you apart. I kind of feel like this might bring you together. Your beliefs might bring you, more than one person, might bring you and some people together because you believe very similarly. Kind of like I get what you're saying. Solitude. Retreat, introspection, silence, go deep within yourself. Yeah, somebody is getting on the same page with another person because they're spending time alone. They're going into hermit mode, basically, and reasoning with themselves. Like, I have a lot of thinking to do. Someone's sitting in the thinking chair all by themselves, and they're getting on the same page. This is separate from this past energy. Someone might be doing this to release the past and realizing what they need to release or who they need to release. I just heard we can do this together. So it's like team effort, where someone's considering that. Yay. We can do this together. So what? That's it. That's where I'm going to leave this. There's a happy ending, apparently. Anyways, I love you guys. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like, because it helps. comment, definitely, because I love to hear from you guys. And subscribe to stick around, duh. You know? I love you. Peace.